Have you ever felt like your own brain is your biggest enemy, whispering doubts and fears that stop you from living the life you want? That's the trap Jake fell into, this regular guy whose mind turned against him, until one brutal wake-up call forced him to face it head-on and fight back. Jake was in his mid-30s, living in a small house on the edge of a noisy city, with a job driving delivery trucks for a big company. He wasn't rich or famous, just trying to get by like most people. But inside his head, it was a war zone. Every morning, as soon as his eyes opened, the negative thoughts kicked in. "You're going to mess up today," his mind would say. "That traffic jam will make you late, and the boss will yell at you again." He'd drag himself out of bed, already feeling defeated before the day even started. Breakfast was quick, usually just toast and coffee, because thinking about what to make felt overwhelming. What if I burn it? What if it's not enough and I get hungry later? Silly stuff, but it built up. At work, it got worse. Jake would load his truck, double-checking every box because his brain screamed, "You missed something." You'll get complaints. Driving through the streets, he'd grip the wheel tight, imagining accidents around every corner. That car might swerve. What if you hit someone? Your life would be over. His heart would pound, sweat dripping down his back even on cool days. Deliveries that should take minutes stretched longer as he second-guessed addresses or worried about customer reactions. What if they're rude? What if they complain about the package? By lunch, he'd sit in his truck, eating a sandwich from home, but his mind wouldn't let him relax. "You're not good enough at this job. They'll fire you soon." He knew deep down he was okay at it. Customers tipped him sometimes, but the thoughts drowned that out. This wasn't new for Jake. It started back in school, when he'd stress over tests, convinced he'd fail even after studying hard. Teachers called him quiet, but really, he was lost in his head, replaying mistakes. In his 20s, it hit relationships hard. He'd date someone nice, like his ex-girlfriend Emily, but his mind would sabotage it. "She'll leave you eventually. You're not exciting enough." He'd pull away, cancel plans, until she did leave, proving his fears right in a twisted way. Friends invited him out for beers or games, but he'd make excuses. "What if I say something dumb? What if they think I'm boring?" So he'd stay home, watching TV, but even that wasn't peaceful. His brain critiqued everything. "This show sucks. You're wasting time. You should be doing something better." The physical side crept in slow. Jake started getting stomach pains, like knots that wouldn't untie. Doctors said it was stress, maybe acid reflux from all the worry. Sleep? Forget it. Nights were the worst. He'd lie there, staring at the dark ceiling, thoughts racing like cars on a highway. "Remember that mistake at work last week? Everyone probably hates you for it." Or bigger stuff. "What if you never get promoted? What if you end up alone forever?" He'd toss and turn, checking the clock every hour, until morning came and he felt like a zombie. Coffee helped a bit, but by afternoon, he'd crash, head foggy, making more errors that fed the cycle. His body changed too. He gained weight from stress eating, chips and soda when thoughts got loud. His back hurt from tense muscles, always hunched like he was bracing for a hit. Headaches came daily, pounding behind his eyes, making bright lights unbearable. He tried over-the-counter pills, but they barely touched it. Exercise? He knew he should walk or hit the gym, but his mind said, "You'll look stupid. What if you get hurt?" So the couch won. Socially, he isolated more. Family gatherings felt like torture, his aunt asking about his life, and his brain twisting it into judgment. "They think you're a loser." He'd smile, nod, but leave early, drained. Let's talk about how this mind stuff ruins daily life in little ways that add up. Take grocery shopping for Jake. Simple task, right? Nope. He'd make a list, but in the store, doubt hit. Is this brand good? What if it's expired? Do I need this much? He'd wander aisles longer than needed, cart half full, then abandon some items because maybe I don't deserve treats. Paying at checkout, his mind raced. What if the card declines? Everyone will stare. It never did, but the fear made his hands shake. Back home, unpacking felt like a chore because you bought the wrong stuff again. Work examples piled up. One day, a customer complained about a late delivery. Not Jake's fault, traffic was bad, but his brain latched on. "See? You're terrible. Quit before they fire you." He replayed it all shift, barely focusing on the road. Boss noticed, pulled him aside. "You okay, man?" Jake mumbled yes, but inside, panic. That night, he searched online for how to stop negative thoughts, reading articles about cognitive behavioral stuff. Sounded good, Challenge the thoughts, replace with positive. He tried for a day or two. I'm doing my best. But old habits won, mind saying, that's fake. Who are you kidding? Relationships suffered deep. After Emily, he tried dating apps. Matched with a girl named Lisa, chatted fine online. But first date? Disaster in his head. What if she hates your jokes? What if you're awkward? He showed up nervous, spilled his drink, then clammed up. She texted later it was fun, but his mind twisted. She's just being nice. Don't bother. Ghosted her. Friends drifted. Texts unanswered because what if they don't really want to hang? One buddy, Mike, called him out. Dude, you're always down on yourself. Lighten up. Jake laughed it off, but it hurt because it was true. Health-wise, it escalated. Doctor visits increased, blood pressure high for his age. Stress is killing you slow, the doc said. Prescribed meds for anxiety, but Jake worried about side effects. What if they make me worse? What if I'm dependent? Took them sporadically, not helping much. Diet went bad. Fast food on routes because planning meals felt hard. Who cares? You're fat anyway, his mind said. Weight hit 220 pounds, clothes tight, energy low. Walks around the block. Started once, but rain came. Mind said see, bad idea. Quit. Exploration into why this happens. Minds like Jake's get stuck in negative loops from past stuff. Maybe childhood. His dad was hard on him, always pointing out flaws. Do better, or you're nothing. That voice became internal. Stress from job loss years back added fuel. Unemployed 6 months, mind blaming him fully. Now, every setback echoed that. Science says it's like a groove in a record. Thoughts following the same path until it's deep. Breaking it needs effort, like rewiring. Jake tried books. Read one on mindfulness. Be in the now, not future worries. Sat for 5 minutes, focusing on breath. But mind wandered. This is dumb. You're not doing it right. Gave up. Apps too, meditation ones with calm voices. Listen once, felt okay, but next day forgot. Too busy excuse. Friends suggested therapy, but what if the therapist judges me? Costs money I don't have. Put it off. Daily grind wore him down more. Mornings. Alarm blares, hit snooze thrice because 5 more minutes won't hurt. But guilt hits, lazy. Shower quick, mind critiquing body. Look at that gut. Drive to work, radio on, but songs trigger memories. This was Emily's favorite. You ruined that. Arrive, clock in, load truck slow. Deliveries, knock on doors, smile forced. One lady thanks him warmly, but mind dismisses. She pities you. Lunch alone, scrolling phone, seeing happy posts. Everyone's better off. Afternoon slump. Caffeine crash. Mistakes like wrong turns. Home by 6. Microwave dinner. TV numb. Bed by 10. But sleep at 1 a.m. after rumination. Bigger events amplified. Holiday party at work. Avoided, said sick. But really, crowds make me anxious. Missed bonus drawing. Family Christmas. Went, but quiet. Mind saying they don't want you here. Left early. Drove home sad. New Year's resolutions. Changed this year. Gym membership bought. Went twice. Mind, people staring. You're out of shape. Cancelled. Development. Months blurred. Job performance dipped. Late deliveries noted. Boss warned. Shape up. Panic spiked. Thoughts worse. Fired soon. Homeless. Stomach ulcers suspected. Doc tests. Positive. Stress-induced. Pills prescribed, but side effects worried him more. Weight up to 230. Joints ache. Isolation peak. Mike stopped calling after unanswered invites. Alone fully. Tried journaling. Write thoughts to see patterns. Filled pages. I'm worthless. Everything fails. Saw the pattern, but changing hard. How? Online forums. People shared similar stories. You're not alone. Comfort brief. Climax built slow, then hit. One Friday. Heavy rain. Truck hydroplaned slightly. No crash, but close. Pulled over. Heart racing. Tears came. This is it. My mind almost killed me. Flashbacks, missed chances, lost loves, health ruined. All from thoughts. My mind is ruining my life, realized sharp. Sat there hour, rain pounding, seeing clear. Thoughts weren't truth, just noise he'd believed too long. Turning point, no more. That moment shifted everything. Jake drove home careful, mind still chattering, but he challenged. Stop. I'm safe now. Next day, called therapist. Found affordable one. First session scary, but opened up. Learned tools, identify negative thoughts, question evidence. Is this fact or fear? Homework, Daily positives list. Small at first, delivered on time. Ate healthy lunch. Changes snowballed. Work, focus present, less worry. Boss noticed improvement. Home, cleaned house. Mind said pointless, but pushed through. Felt good. Exercise, short walks, building to jogs. Body responded. Weight dropped slow, energy up. Sleep routine. No phone hour before bed. Read instead. Thoughts quieter. Relationships mended. Called Mike. Sorry, been rough. Hung out. Opened about struggles. Mike supportive. Dating. Slow, but app again. Positive mindset. Met someone, took easy. Health bounced back. Ulcers healed with better eating. Stress down. Doc amazed at blood pressure drop. No more headaches constant. Not perfect. Bad days came. Thoughts crept. But tools helped. Breathe deep. Journal. Talk out. Mind became ally, not enemy. Jake's story shows how unchecked thoughts destroy slow, but realization sparks change. Notice your mind's patterns. Challenge them. Seek help. Small steps build big shifts. Subscribe for more stories like this.